2020 passed, I'm really bored, so we're gonna read another chapter of a love story nobody asked for. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Thingamajig Show. Actually, no, wait a second, forget about all that. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of TVX Things, the only show on the internet where we all die. Okay, everyone already knows the deal. There is a new chapter of a love story nobody asked for. Chapter 6 to date. And if you're wondering, hey, Gabriel, why didn't you do that sooner? Well, I'm gonna ask you. I'm lazy. And so if you guys don't know the story of this whole thing, or don't know the story, or just forgot about it, I have actually made a video about it last year, and I ranked the story a -1 out of 10 because it's really weird and bad, and it's really confusing. Sorry. Not gonna lie, but also because the fact that the story doesn't make any sense as well. I don't like the fact that he's shipping Ghost Pepper Megachurum, and the last video, yeah, it was bad. So if you're pretty lazy, you just go and watch the actual video yourself. I'm going to say 2 words that specifies the entire story. Legal porn. And that's all you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. My computer screen just turned black. So, and also, if you're wondering why the lights, it looks like there's a flashlight on me, it's because it is. I'm using my mom's phone to light up me a bit, so then it looks a bit better. I hope it looks way better than the other videos, so you can actually see me. So without further ado, let's read the story. And also, since this episode will be pretty short and stupid, because if it was two chapters, then we actually know what's going to happen in the end. And I'm going to explain why I said that later. So we're gonna read another story, which is You Are the Only, a Vinyl X Shadow P ship. Yes, another fanfiction. Except this fanfiction is in Portuguese. But thankfully, I live in Brazil. I was born in Brazil. I know Portuguese, so I'm able. So I can just translate the story to you guys. But first, we're gonna start on where we left off. Chapter 6, the dates. Finally, they reached the fun fair. Yeah, here we go. Marsherest was really excited. Yeah, here we go. We're going to the fun fair. We're gonna do some fun stuff. Oh my gosh, this place is amazing, Magnet. How did you find out this place? An amazed Ghost Pepper asked. Look, a bit of Google Maps. In my depression. Yes, the 3 main categories on you finding Disney World. First, you need a bit of luck. If you don't know where it is, you just walk around the world until you find it. Of course, you're gonna lose a lot of hearts. You're gonna probably going to die. But if you have enough water and food, I think you will actually know. 2, Google Maps. If you still can't find it, just search on Google Maps, find a location, and hope lucky that you'll be there. You survive until you go there. And number 3, depression, because nobody loves me. Well, every time I feel depressed, I enter here and sprink, no more depression. Okay, here's a new challenge. Every time a bad joke comes up, take a shot of water. Marsherest shared his story. Wow, that's nice. Ghost Pepper smiled. Well, what TF are we waiting for? Let's go have some fun! I'm going to classify a bit, but you forgot the 2 between the 2 TFs, because essentially you don't care about censorship, because even though you're in a site where there's little stories for mature audiences, you still have to censor it because of I don't know. Maybe your parents are going to probably read this later. Do you have parents? Because that probably explains a lot. And then Marsherest drags Ghost Pepper, oh wait, the opposite, in the fair. Yes, my favorite way to correct problems that you did earlier. Instead of just saying Ghost Pepper dragged Marsherest in the fair, you have to, in the moment that you notice it, you have to go and correct it and say, oh wait, no, it's the opposite. Sorry, I'm too drunk for this. Look, I'm pretty sure you can edit your own stories. If you guys want me to make a story on this site about me shipping stuff, and then leave in the comments, because we're gonna have a terrible blast. They are amazed by the wondrous scenery of the fair. So, Marsherest while he attracting a piece of paper, which is also the map of the fair. Where do you want to go first? Alright, interrupting the story for a bajillionth time. I'm terrible to say that this is not how paper works. So here's a picture of what happened in the last chapter. If you don't know what happened, it's that he wrapped up a gift and the gift was floating, and he was making the gift float. So and he's a magnet, so probably there's something metal inside of the gift. But you do know science, right? You do know that magnets can attract metal, and the only way you can attract paper is with static electricity. I studied math and science, so it makes a lot more sense if you think about it. Let's try the plush machine over there. Pepper seemed excited, and she wondered that the machine there's a plush that looks like her. In fact, if you pay a bit more attention, you'll notice that there's a machine that the machine includes all plush versions of plants. I wonder what it feels like to have a doll of ourselves. Well, he likes hentai. That's all I have to say. He likes hentai. He said there's a woo over there. Clap of your hands, everyone. We have a simp in our hands. I don't know if it's a simp. I don't know if you can make money off these stories. Oh, okay then, girl. Bzz, attracts the coin from his pockets. Okay, so another problem is that plants don't have pockets. We already talked about it in the last episode. So apparently there was a part about kissing. Don't need to explain about it. But the part where it said about lips and stuff, mushroom doesn't have a mouth or lips or whatever, or hands. So it makes absolutely no sense on saying those things out loud, saying those things in the story in particular. And now you're saying that they have pockets. How are you supposed to have pockets? How are you supposed to have this? How are you supposed to have this? How plants are supposed to have pockets? They're plants. They don't have little edges. They're not kangaroos or anything. So I'm just going to correct the entire set. Okay then, girl. Psst. Attracts a coin that was close to the machine. That would make more sense than saying he attracted from his pockets, even though he doesn't have pockets. 5 mins LAR. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Your Grandma Sucks. Sorry if it's been a while, but we're finally back to one last episode. You look so cute. That Ghost Pepper delightedly complimented the mushroom plush she was holding. This made mushroom blush like a tomato, even though he's a mushroom. Look, here is a much better idea. Just say, this made mushroom blush so hard that his face was all red. That makes more sense than making a pun about him being a mushroom. Thanks, you look cute too, Mushroom said while looking at the Ghost Pepper plushie. Is this cute to you? Is this cute to you? So if you don't know already, Ghost Pepper is a character that I introduced on a couple of years ago on the last episode of Tik Tok. It's in a playlist. It's pretty cringy, so if you want to check it out, see yourself. And ever since then, I started using her because, yeah, I feel like it makes more. This is one of my favorite Plants vs Zombies. Seeing someone ruin it is just absurd. And if you're wondering why, her face is covered with like a bunch of strings, that is the reason why I used to suck making plushies when I was a kid. And now that I think about it, the story thing is making fun of me, or it's just referencing me in a way, because there is a mushroom plush. There is a mushroom plush available to buy on like eBay and all these other sites, but a Ghost Pepper plushie, you have to make one yourself. That there is other choice. Let's try the roller coaster next, Pepper, Mushroom suggested. Ghost Pepper agreed, and forward they went. They sat on the front-most seats to enjoy better. I already went to forward seats once. Yeah, you're not gonna like it that much. It's pretty scary. Well, there would be nothing to say if there wasn't a tunnel during the trip. plot convenience. By the time the roller coaster went into the tunnel, which was incredibly dark by the way, which we have to specify because then it wouldn't make sense, and also because it's plot convenience and everyone loves plot convenience, Marsherest turned to Ghost Pepper to say that was amazing, but he hadn't finished his sentence before something really soft and tender touched his lips. It was probably water, if there was also water. Just by then, the secret camera which he used to take pictures of the costumers so that the costumers can buy the souvenir took a picture of him. And finally the roller coaster trip ended. Pepper and Magnet cannot wait for the picture. And then cliffhanger. Cliffhanger, yay! Everyone loves cliffhangers, right? Why do you have to do this in the most important part of the story? We went to the point that this terrible story that it started to get to the point that I actually want to know what happens later. I don't care if the story just goes completely off the rails and says that it was something else. But I don't care. I want to see what happens. I don't want to see any more cliffhangers. Manowar has too many of them. And I don't want to go to the trouble of looking at all that shit over again. The series is amazing, not gonna lie, but the cliffhangers are pretty bare bones. They're okay, but these cliffhangers, they're just ruining the entire story. And that, my friends, was a love story nobody asked for, Chapter 6. And if you're wondering, yes, I actually read this beforehand, so I knew what was going to happen in the first place. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't actually follow this video about making this video. And by the way, I actually commented, okay, stop making fun of this, saying that, don't worry, I'm gonna make this video right now. I promise, okay, I'm gonna make this video right now. If you're wondering, yes, I'm going to make this video right now if you're wondering, so be careful, okay? And so, let's go to the next story. You're all the only a Vignette and Shadow P ship. So as I said, the story is in Portuguese. If it isn't obvious to see, and also this is the most nonsense that nobody cares about. So we're gonna make fun of a little 3-year-old. So let's go. So I'm going to translate the entire story. I'm not going to show the pictures. I'm just gonna go and translate the entire story to you. And by the way, if you don't know what Vignette is, I probably never played Paper Mario: 1,000 Years Doors. All you need to know that it's a transgender woman. A transgender woman, by the way. I'm not the biggest fan of transgenders. And also you have to make sure that you at least understand what happens there, or whatever's gonna happen in the story. One day, Vignette was walking by a delightful and beautiful garden when she saw a pea shooter that she never looked in her life before, until the plant disappeared. Vignette grabbed a plant guy and looked for him. Okay, so here's the thing, a huge failure. A rare species of pea shooter. This plant is a bit shy. And the origin story for Shadow Pea Shooter is unknown. And then it posts the exact same picture in the bottom. Instead of just going there and just adding the picture there. It makes sense. Oh yeah, so I'm going to tell what it is. And then I'm going to show a picture of the book that says the exact same thing. Shadow, huh? Not gonna lie, this plant is actually pretty fucking cool. Strange noises. I'm making strange noises.
I've been staring at this all day, I still don't get it.
So when Shadow P was about to get Vignette by surprise, she ran and later disappeared. Shadow P noticed that her abilities are really similar to his. So he fell in love with her and he chased her down. And that's how our story begins. And ends because the person didn't even update in like a long time. Wait, when was the story posted anyway?
At the moment that he was going to discover when the story was made, his internet fell down.
I think my internet is down, it's terrible, and it fucking sucks, so... Yeah, we're never gonna know when the story was actually posted, but from May 23rd to now, like, the person even didn't have time to write a couple of, oh wait, it's back, okay. Okay, so there's 10 reads, 1 vote, and 1 part story, which is terrible. So the story was posted May 18th, 2020. And May 18th in May, and okay, let's see, May, okay, so let's see, May, that's like 8 months. The person that read this, that made the story, hasn't updated it in like 8 months. 8 months and a half. Or whatever. So, I guess that's it. I guess that's the entire video. Sorry if this video was cringy as hell, like the last one. I'm trying to, I promise I'm going to try to make the series a little more funny. I'm going to try to put more effort into the series. I'm probably going to make scripted stuff. I'm planning on using scripts for the series, so then it actually sounds a little better for when I'm doing these videos like this, instead of me going and doing the typical stuff that I do. And yeah, that was the horrible video. So if you're unsubscribed, why don't you? I actually post a lot of much interesting videos like this. I post blush videos if it isn't obvious by the fact that I made a Ghost for Flush and here's Mario to prove it as well. And I also make other series as well. I also make this show called the Thingamajig Show, where I go and buy random shit and talk about it. It's basically the old videos like Boss used to do, but terrible. And I also have 2 other channels, my gaming channel and my music channel. I plan on changing their icons like what I did for this year. And I also make characters. So, and here is a little sneak peek of it. It's completely reversed, so you can't see it properly. Hold on, I'm gonna go more forward so then you can see it. You can try to mirror it and look better. I'm making new plushies over there. And yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing what's going to happen what my plushie is about, or if you want to see more of these videos, to make these videos, subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope you get interested between these two if you're weird like that. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for this outro, it's extremely long, and see you soon.